This one's going to be a challenge. G'day and welcome to Black Opal Direct. My name's Justin. Well, today we've got something really special. This is a 25 carat rub, opal rub. So it hasn't been polished yet. Now, and it has the potential to make a $50,000 stone because it has so much beautiful colour in there. And it has a few problems about it, and I'm really concerned about the back because there's the one little fracture in the back that needs to come out. But on the top of the stone we have a very thin couple of colour bars, and there is an amazing colour bar that is right on the potch, and it's got the best colour and the best pattern. But sitting just on top, over the top of the centre of it, is a pinfire pattern, and that pinfire pattern is nowhere near as valuable as the pattern below. So I would like to be able to cut that pinfire pattern off, but it is such a big risk. And the reason why it's a risk is there is black spots, and you can see them here in the stone. In certain areas there's black spots that possibly go all the way down to the potch. So the further I grind this down, the more chance that those black blotches will come out into the stone. And it is going to have to be a very delicate juggling act, trying to keep a little bit of that pinfire on the top and have that beautiful colour come through without the black spots actually showing up more and making the stone look blotchy. Because if it's blotchy, it's not going to be worth nearly as much as a clean, nicely cut stone. So I think what I'm going to first do is I am going to put it on the dopstick and cut it as it is. So I don't want to take too much off. I'll work a little bit around the edges and that's about it, and see how it looks. So if it looks really nice as it is, I will leave it and we'll have a beautiful gem. If those black spots come out and start showing up quite badly, I'm gonna have to chop the stone up, and that, I know that sounds like sacrilege, but I will get more value per carat with a clean stone or several clean stones out of this rather than one big stone with inclusions in it. And it's the same for diamonds. You can have a clean diamond or you can have a diamond with inclusions, and the diamond that's clean is usually the most valuable, or every time. So this is going to be a challenge. That is magnificent flagstone pattern around the edges where the second colour bar is exposed. So we're going to work on this baby and try and cut to precision, because this is not just an everyday cut. This is a very expensive gem that could go wrong. It really could go wrong. And there's a difference between $30,000 here. If it goes right, fantastic. If it goes not so good, we're losing a lot of money. So here's the challenge. Let's get into it. I'll find a large dobstick to fit that stone on. Before I go, I might actually see if I can get more of that crack out of the back. If the crack comes out of the back a bit easier or a bit more, then I know that there's more chance of a bigger stone. Let's get onto the wheel and see if that crack comes out first. Oh, that was super lucky, because now that crack, oh no, it's still there. Still just there. While I'm trying to take this crack out, I am losing carats on the back of this stone, and every single carat counts on a gem like this, so it's making me very nervous. The crack is now out. Fantastic. So this isn't the crack here. The crack was in this lighter that lighter potch right there. So I've got it out now, which is great news. And then there's just that. So I can put the water on now. Readjust this. Some water on and get that nice and even. So that's probably enough, and we can put it on the dopstick now. There we go, we're ready to go. Pretty much all of that pinfire pattern is now out of the stone, which is really good news. But there is some cloud from some residual potch from the last colour bar still on the top, and it really needs to come out. So by me doing that, I'm making this stone very, very flat. But I think still it's going to be worthwhile if it comes out nice and clean. I hope it cleans up. I need a break. This is getting too stressful. It's so good when your hunch or educated guess is going to pay off. It's just a little reminder that, yes, you are good at what you do. And I do like to be humble in my profession and let my hands and experience show the path. It's nice to know that when it counts, my hands don't let me down. So good. have to explain something to you. Before I cut this stone, I was actually had to call up a few miners from the field that this stone comes from to talk about the black spots in the stone. They said that there's a good chance that those black spots are going to come out, like come up from the bottom up, so they was going to lose colour. And they said don't risk it to take it down, because you're going to have to cut it, slice it into smaller stones. I took a punt, and it was a real punt, that they would come out, and they have. And I can't believe it. It has changed the stone so much. Now I've got, I think, around about 18 to 20 carat stone, maybe a little bit less, I'm not sure. But I'm so happy with this. So I'm going to polish it up, which is my most favourite part, to see that nice shine at the end. And then we'll give it a weigh and a price. Oh my goodness, I've got butterflies. This is so good. Come on. Alright, because this is a very expensive gem, I'm going to put extra cerium oxide into the tray to get an extra fine polish. You know, there's only a few gems in life that really stick in your mind forever, and this is definitely one of those gems. It's the kind that I wish my father was around to see, but I'm sure that he's looking over from above with a really big smile. And you know what's even better is that I get to share the journey with you, because most people who cut a gem like this will be in a room by themselves, concentrating really hard without cameras. This is one gem to definitely remember. I am so excited about this stone. You have no idea. So, because it's on the wax, and normally I just get this knife here and I'll break it off with the wax, but because it's such an expensive stone, I'm going to go and put it in the freezer so that wax becomes really brittle, because I don't want to compromise this stone in any way. I can't wait, I can't believe it. I'm going to faint. Right now, I'm feeling like the luckiest cutter on the planet. I am so happy. You have no idea how happy I am. This stone was supposed to not cut such a big gem. It was supposed to the black was supposed to come out. Everybody said that the black would come up from the bottom and make this stone blotchy, and I'd have to slice it up into smaller stones and be nowhere near as happy. And it just did the opposite, absolute opposite, and I am so happy. I can't tell you how happy I am. This is gorgeous. I just weighed it. It weighs 16.80 carats. Wow. Times $5,000 a carat. You do the math. I'm so happy. This is a crazy gem. And I think it's worth a dance.
Party gem!
Let's have a Christmas party from hell on this one. So you got to move it to the dance beat.